this is me, Lynn Tackett.
And this is Shawn.
Welcome to TNT Big Show. Thank you, everybody, for all the new subscribers, all the views, thumbs up, comments, and stuff. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
We sure do. If you like our channel, please hit the subscribe button. Help us to get over 100 subscribers. Also hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we put up a new video. And if you want to, you can join our Patreon where we have the adorable Jack's Joke of the Week up. And Shawn is working on some other stuff.
Brand new content, folks.
Want to find out what it is? Just $1 a month to join. You can also donate to PayPal if you want to. Even one time to help us out. You can also join our social medias. Like we have an Instagram, we have TikTok, we have a WordPress blog, we have Reddit, and we have Discord. Now with all those pleasantries out of the way, Capcom is just on a roll. I have been playing the Monster Hunter Stories 2 demo, and I have to say, I like it better than Rise. And that's
surprising.
That is, yes, saying a lot.
That's saying a lot.
I love my Monster Hunter games. I've liked them all the way since back to the DS and 3DS days, and Monster Hunter games are just incredible. But I have to say, Monster Hunter Stories 2 is probably the best looking game I've seen on the Switch when it comes to handheld.
Yeah, even on the handheld, it's crisp and clean. Crisp,
clean, smooth, beautiful. Capcom, you deserve a round of applause for taking the time to build an exclusive engine for Switch, so that way you could make the most out of the games. I can't get enough of Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Are we listening third parties? This is how you do it.
Exactly. Absolutely. Capcom put in the hard work, and I think it's going to pay off with this game, too.
I do, too.
It's already paid off with Monster Hunter Rise, which is almost at 8 million copies. Don't have the for sure numbers, but it's nearing 8 million.
Yeah.
And it deserved every single one of them.
Yeah.
I think this one may do really well.
Yeah.
I think this one could reach 3 to 4 million. Because it's got such a cute look. It's more story-driven. It's a big single-player adventure. There are co-op modes and stuff, too. But this one is like for people who like Fire Emblem or Xenoblade. It's got traditional turn-based combat. Oh my god, I love it so much.
There's... Oh, I didn't mean to...
No, you go right ahead.
There's Flash of Pokemon. There's egg collecting. You collect monsters and raise them, and I like that.
Monsties, Shawn.
Yeah.
Monsties.
Yeah, Monsties. Yeah, sorry.
The characters are just absolutely wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
Mahiru is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You will love him.
Yeah. He's cool.
Oh, yeah. The original game got a 79 on Metacritic. A lot of people thought that it did have limitations because of the 3DS. The Switch will erase that. So I'm going to say this game's going to get between an 86 and an 88. I think people who love games like Octopath Traveler, Xenoblade, Fire Emblem, games like that are going to love this game.
I'd say maybe about an 86. The only reason is they're going to get people who hate role-playing games to rate this, and they get like 6, 7. I mean, they always do. No role-playing game escapes it. They just don't.
Except for Persona 5.
Yeah, Persona 5, yeah.
I hope not. I mean, 86 is good anyway, but the fact is, this should be higher.
I agree.
Monster Hunter Stories, I can't get enough of the demo. Whenever I get out of this nightmare, I'm getting Stories 2. I'm getting it big time.
For me, and don't get me wrong, realistic graphics are cool, like Monster Hunter Rise. They're really... Like, the graphics are just great. But I actually prefer anime style, like Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, and Stories 2.
Yeah.
I actually prefer the cel-shaded look. I think it fits big games better.
Yeah, I like that. I love the fact that these games have so much color and style.
That's what I mean. You know, the worlds are so bright and colorful.
Like, if you look at Xenoblade, you can tell Xenoblade apart from other RPGs.
That's what I mean,
I'm not being a jerk, but I can't tell Skyrim from The Witcher apart sometimes.
Well, no offense, I'm not picking on the other guys.
Yeah.
But, like, when you play their games, a lot of them, they're dark, gray, and dark. And except for the winter time, when you go out in the spring, summer, and fall, the world's full of color.
Yeah.
Bright, splashy. It's not dark, grainy, and grayish all the time. I mean, I don't know where they get that from. I mean, like I said, unless it's the winter time, you step out in the fall, spring, and summer, beautiful colors just surround you everywhere. And that's why I like the cel-shaded look. It seems to represent more of real life.
Oh, well, it does, yeah. I mean, when you go outside, you see rich green colors and
That's
stuff.
what I mean. Reds, blues, greens. Life is colorful. I mean,
it's beautiful.
A lot of these really adult-aimed games are dark and grainy just because we're not color. You know, for some reason they think colorful games are kid games.
Yeah.
That's so wrong.
What I like about games like Monster Hunter Stories is they have personality.
Yes.
Colors and everything just bring it to life, and I love the combat.
Yeah, in a sense of a way, Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories, they're like, oh, they're the same game. No, they're not the same game.
No.
Mechanics are different. Monster Hunter Story 2 is more of a traditional Japanese RPG. It's turn-based.
Highly recommend people download the demo if you're unsure.
Yeah.
It has kind of a rock, paper, scissors kind of gameplay. It's a little bit about guessing, too, what your enemy's going to do, what their weaknesses is, what their strengths is. So if you're afraid it's going to be too complex for you, no, it's very accessible. But at the same time, there's enough depth in there for people to be like, okay, I can sink my teeth into this game for hours. So I think it's going to get an 86 to an 88 critic sites. I think the fans are going to give it a 9, because I think the fans are going to love it, and I think it's going to sell between 3 to 4 million copies. I think it's going to be a big hit for Capcom.
Like we've said in other videos, I know before, but Monster Hunter Rise, Stories 2, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Mario Rabbids, A Spark of Hope, big third-party games are finally coming to the Switch.
Yeah.
And, you know, I do like games like Doom and them. You know, I like them. But what they're like, oh, you know, the frame rate is terrible. It's not that good compared to the other ones. Well, you know what? Monster Hunter Story 2, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Monster Hunter Rise look just as good, if not better, than Gen. They really do.
Because they are taking advantage of the system.
Yeah.
Not the power, really. It's the programmers.
Exactly.
Capcom has some of the best developers in the world, and Monster Hunter Stories 2 looks like an absolute beaut on handheld.
Yeah.
Monolith Salt, and I love you. You guys have really got to prove something with your next game, because Capcom threw the gauntlet down.
Yeah, they sure did.
That's Michelle Lynn Tackett.
There's your Shawn.
Have a good one.